What's up, YouTube? Pretty Mac here, bringing you guys another episode of New Meta Mondays. If you guys are hyped for today's episode, please go ahead and attack that like button. Your support is greatly appreciated. In this week's episode, we will be featuring a choice scarfed Machamp. This was actually suggested to a member of the fam. I'm trying to remember. He just changed his YouTube name. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Where is it? It used to be Toxic, but now it's Zephrex YT. Sorry if I butchered that, Toxic. It's something like that. But basically, he used to bring this set against us all the time. And it's actually not as bad as people might think. Basically, you have to run no guard with it. I mean, Guts is typically the standard ability here, because that way you don't have to be worried about getting burned or toxic or paralyzed, anything like that. But with no guard, every move used will always hit. So basically, everything that's less than 100% accuracy becomes 100% accurate. Choice Scarf obviously is basically to boost his speed. It doesn't have the greatest of speed stats, base 55, but with the Choice Scarf he actually ends up outspeeding a lot of things that he can actually OHKO, because I believe, yes, Dynamic Punch. This move is by far the best thing on this thing. You go from having 50% accuracy to being 100% accurate, plus you're guaranteed to confuse your opponent. I mean, it is an absolute monster of a move. You're talking stab. That's going up to base 150 at power. 100% accurate with 100% chance to confuse your target. I mean, you can't get much better than that. Obviously, Cross Chop is another option for the high crit ratio. You could run a special side, I guess, but it's, again, special attack is absolute booty, so it's not overly useful. Again, Rock Slide, because flying types would be able to switch in on him. It becomes 100% accurate, so it's definitely something. Or you can run Stone Edge. Either or. Stone Edge, actually, now looking at it, is probably the better option. Something like it's about Cross Chop, Stone Edge. I'm trying to think. It's going to be the last move that's going to be the interesting one. I mean, Dual Chop again. We come back to that. That becomes 100% accurate. Kick it Impact. I mean, the only problem is that one's not stabbed. What else we got? Mega Kick. There's no point. I'm trying to think. Rock Climb, no point. Rock Tomb, no point. What's this? Submission. You don't want it to be taking recoil damage. Do you not get like Ice Punch? Oh, okay, yeah, Ice Punch. Okay, Ice Punch is basically to hit dragon types. I mean, you're going to be wanting to use Ice Punch to hit some dragon types, so obviously it's going to be the best move. Obviously it's going to be 252 attack, 252 speed, plus speed, minus special attack. Obviously that gives him a jolly nature. I don't want Choice Band, I want Choice Scarf. Let's just remove that right there. We got Dynamic Punch, Cross Chop, Stone Edge, and Ice Punch. Now obviously we go to Heatran, because you usually will take this. Now this is why we run the Choice Scarf. We go from being base 55 speed to actually outspeeding him, because we're running Jolly with 252, and obviously Choice Scarfed. We go with Dynamic Punch, and pretty much always going to OHKO. Why is it only... Oh, it's 56% chance to OHKO. Oh, we don't have any Stealth Rocks up. So it's basically always going to hit 2-hit KO. I mean, you get off the confusion, which is really nice. Another thing to note is that he actually outspeeds a Bisharp. Yeah, he will actually outspeed a Bisharp because of the Choice Scarf, and you actually end up OHKOing it. So that's something to remember. What about Garchomp? I mean, obviously, most of them are running. Most of them are Choice Scarfed, so you're basically never going to outspeed a Garchomp. But Ice Punch again does pretty good, decent damage. I don't want that. Tyranitar. I mean, there is a Choice Scarf set, but obviously, if he's Choice Scarfed, he is going to outspeed us. Nothing we can do about that. His base speed is a little bit higher than ours, but if he's not Choice Scarf, we end up actually outspeeding him and OHKOing him with a Dynamic Punch. Flying types are another thing that we have to worry about. Thunder it's usually a prankster. I'm trying to think. 353. Do we actually outspeed because of the Choice Scarf? I'm trying to think. 353. Where are we? See if I can pull up my calculator. 229 times 1.5. 343. Yeah, we actually don't outspeed a Thundurus, but that's okay. Stone Edge is going to do a hell of damage anyways. So is Ice Punch. But because of its high crit ratio, you could actually OHKO it. I'm trying to think what else we outspeed here off the top of my head. Azumarill will outspeed. Breloom will outspeed. What else will we outspeed? Conkeldurr, Clefable. I mean, do we do any damage to a Clefable? Clefable, usually these things, let's go. We don't do that much damage. I'm trying to think, what else would we outspeed? Heatran, yes, because they're typically not scarfed. Landorus T, that might be interesting. Landorus T, physically defensive. At -1, okay, it doesn't matter, does it? Okay, at -1, we're basically always use what? This is 3-hit KO. It's basically a 3-hit KO, but we will outspeed because of the Choice Scarfed. I'm trying to see what else we have. Magnezone we won't because they're scarfed. Rotom Wash we will because they are never scarfed. Rotom Wash. Again, you have to be worried about the Will-O-Wisp, but we do decent enough damage here. I'm trying to think what else we will outspeed. Skarmory, yes. Sleeveon, yes. Venusaur, yes, because nobody ever runs what do you call it? Speed investment. Let's get out of Ubers. Crawdont. We actually speed tie Crawdont, but because of his dark type, we will probably do hella damage. I think we outspeed Diggersby. Mega Heracross we actually outspeed. I'm pretty sure we'll outspeed a Mega Heracross. Heracross Mega. Even if he's 252. 252 Jolly. Yep, 252 Jolly we actually outspeed, and why do we not? Oh, that's because his defense is freaking huge. Anyways, we actually end up doing a decent amount of damage to it. I thought we actually would end up doing more. Huh, that's weird. I thought we would do more damage than that, to be truthful. Zygarde, I think we'd actually outspeed. Ampharos, yes. Arcanine, I don't know. Arcanine, if we go offensive, we will actually outspeed, but I mean it's going to be close on doing serious damage to it. But obviously, it's never going to be perfect. but I think a Choice Scarf allows you to outspeed some Pokemon, and definitely OHKO it, especially because you have no guard and Dynamic Punch becomes 100% accurate. So it's definitely an option to consider. I mean, typical are bands or assault vests on Machamp, but again, we're going for a little bit of a surprise factor here, and it's definitely going to surprise your opponent to have a Scarfed Machamp, because they're definitely not going to expect it. So, like I said, I have the 2 fighting type moves here. You could definitely remove one for, say, something else. What you want to run over it, I mean, you could run, I guess, Close Combat for a little bit more power. But there's some other options. I mean, Heavy Slam is another option, I guess, to hit Steel types for better damage. Knockoff. Poison Jab. He gets Poison Jab? Actually, hang on. If we change this to Poison Jab, I want to check something for you guys quickly. Poison Jab on a Sleeveon. Choice specs. I know Hyper Voice is going to kill. Actually, does actually pretty good damage, and we can actually definitely 2-hit KO it. So, how about the Clefable again? Go back to the Clefable. Yeah, I mean Clefables usually run bulked, so I didn't think we would do decent damage to it, but I mean definitely Poison Jabs is another option on this set. But yeah, I definitely recommend that if you want to run a little bit something different, this is definitely something you can run with a big surprise factor, especially in the OU meta and even in the UU meta. And so that's going to be it for this week. Don't forget to let me know what you guys think, and if you have a suggestion for next week's episode or a future episode. And yeah, so go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That'd be great. Thanks, guys.